What's up, guys? This is the What If Naruto's Reincarnation of voldia Part 2. So let's roll the intro. So the important things about Part 1 of What If Naruto was the Reincarnation of voldia. Was that Naruto was running away from the villagers. He found a cave and he met Kurama and Luck, yada yada yada. Kurama and Luck trained him, and Naruto went into the academy with the mask on. Naruto hacked into the database, the clan database, and made a Voldia clan. And then Sasuke Uchiha, and he gets perfect scores on all of his kunai tests. And Sasuke Uchiha asks him Naruto to battle him, and Naruto accepts, and Naruto beats his ass. So we start part 1 with Ruka saying, "Yes, Naruto, you won," and Ruka said it in a scared voice because Ruka did not know Naruto had that much chakra to do that big of a water style jutsu, which that sea dragon was not a real water style, was not an actual jutsu. It was just Noel's water mono or something. I don't really know what you call it. Yeah, whatever. So everyone thinks it's a jutsu because he said water style, but it's really not jutsu. So Naruto declares Naruto as it, and we're gonna go back to Itachi. Itachi says, "Foolish brother, didn't you see that he's literally first place in the academy? Didn't you see that, you stupid little arrogant little shit? Can't believe Mito did this to you, Sasuke. Stupid, foolish brother." Okay, so Naruto's declared as winner, and Naruto's like, "Okay, I win, Ruka." And then so Naruto goes outside and starts to meditate and uses Monoskin and makes the Monoskin, and everyone looks at Naruto and like, "Oh my god." And everyone is shocked, and Naruto makes his Monoskin even bigger. And by the way, the Monoskin is not like red like that girl that has really good huge Monoskin. It's gonna be like Lux lightning color in this thumbnail that I have right now. See that lightning color? You see that white lightning color? That's gonna be what his monocolor looks like. And Minato and Kushina were also shocked because they don't even know how to do that. So Minato and Kushina walk to Naruto, and Naruto senses them and says, "What Hokage?" And Hokage's wife. Minato and Kushina says, "You have to teach me, my Minma and Mito that." Naruto gets so angry that he starts to go off with them. Naruto starts to go off with them and says, "I can't, Hokage and Hokage's wife, sorry about this, but I cannot teach them. First of all, they don't even adapt with nature. They don't even know how to adapt with nature. Like, how are they gonna learn this if they don't even adapt with nature? They have to learn, feel the nature in them, inside of them. That is the only way, except you guys make them spoiled little arrogant little shits. They keep saying that they're the child of prophecy, trying to show off that they're the child of prophecy. But I could probably beat them in seconds. And you want to know why? It's because this nature in me that covers me is able. So it's like sage mode. It's like Jiraiya's sage mode. Whenever the sage mode goes around your arms, the distance the distant range is a lot better. So like if my hand touches you, but the nature energy pushes it's like that. So really, you know how like Naruto versus Pain, Naruto didn't hit one of the Pains, but the nature energy but like the range of him hitting was still longer, so Naruto actually hit the shot. That's what he's talking about right now, but I'm not gonna say all that. So basically he talks about how he has where Minato and Kushina, where they have to adapt to the nature and start, but Men and Mito are too weak to do it because they can't even go to the elite. part, and Naruto says that you have to go a little harder on them. You can't just say that was so good. You actually have to be kind of disciplined, like my master said. Okay, Naruto's master's luck is the like my master said to go to the nature and adapt to the nature, which luck today to Naruto. So he's telling truth, but Naruto's saying the wrong way how to do it. So like all of it's wrong, the wrong way how to do it. So you don't actually adapt to nature. You just have to stay in nature long enough. So you don't like meditate. You're adapting to nature. You have to stay inside of the nature for years, which Naruto did, and and he adapted to nature, but he stayed in there. So. And also it's a monoskin, so men and Mito aren't even able to do it. So, yeah. And Minato and Kushina listen to all of that, and Minato and Kushina are like, no. You know what? Fine. We're not teaching men and Mito that. We're not going to bring them into the nature and teach them that. Either way, you have to teach us that. Naruto's like, sorry, but I can't do that. I was lying to you the whole time either way. Just kidding. No, he doesn't do that. Naruto's like, but sorry, but I can't teach you that unless you do that. You have to adapt. You have to stay in nature you have to meditate in nature for a long time, for 4 years in life. You have to meditate, and you have to stay in the cold. You have to go through the winters. You have to go through every single weather days. You have to stay in the nature every day. And Menma and Minato and Kushina. So by the way, Naruto's telling them all false because Naruto's telling them truth how to do it, but of course they don't have mana inside of them, so like they can't do it. So Naruto's telling the truth, which I don't actually know how to like get your mana skin that big. So this is just like non-canon. This is just what I think of how to get your mana skin that big. How that angry fire girl, I don't like yeah, did it. So yeah, like adapting to nature or something. I don't remember her doing that. I don't remember how she did it. So all I know that is canon from what I said was that you have to stay in nature for a long time, because she did stay in nature for a long time. So that's the one fact that I actually know. I just made up those two. And I don't actually know if they're canon, so yeah. So Minato and Kushina were surprised that someone would actually say that to them. And Minato and Kushina were like, teach us immediately. Now, we're not going to spend that much time. Naruto said, sorry, teach us right now, Luck. Naruto said, sorry, dude, but like I can't teach you that. And by the way, Minato, I was lying to you the whole time. It's a Kenkai Genkai that my clan also has. And even if you try to take my blood, you're still not going to get any of our Kenkai Genkais. Our Kenkai Genkai comes from we live in the nature. We may have buildings that we live in, but we live in the nature. We stay in the nature for as long as we want. We stay in the cold. We stay in there for 4 years long just to get it. So even though you try to take my blood, you still won't get that mana. You still won't get that, because you have to stay in the woods for 4 years, being cold, not having food. It's that simple, but you don't know. And the only way you're able to eat food is by killing animals, killing everything in your sight. But you guys are too nice to do that. So yeah, there's no way you guys can learn that. And Minato and Kushina just gave up and said, okay. By the way, Minato still thinks that he could beat Naruto's ass, even though he knows damn well can't. He doesn't know damn well, but like Minato and Kushina walked out mad as hell because they wanted their Mito to, oh shit, I just hurt myself. They wanted their Mito to learn how to do that, but Naruto said no. Even though all of that is true in my what if, it's still not gonna work. It's monoskin, so of course it's not gonna work. So Naruto just walks away and just keeps doing that. But now Naruto makes him like invisible. invisible because he's like annoyed from people asking questions about his mana skin. Well, they don't know it's mana skin. They just think his chakra is like invisible, so he like makes his mana skin invisible to like people that don't use mana. Sorry, I had to drink water. Okay, so we're on a time skip about 4 years, and Sasuke and Naruto. Sasuke was still so mad that Naruto was more powerful, and Sasuke was like, I want to fight you, Naruto. And Naruto always said, okay, and Naruto always beat Sasuke's ass, and Naruto started to not use any good jutsus or like strong mana stuff. Naruto uses lightning armor, boots, and just goes and actually no Naruto just body flickers behind Sasuke and just kicks Sasuke and just punch and kick Sasuke, and then Sasuke is just knocked down and he wins like that easily. So Sasuke doesn't know how to live, and every single time Itachi, Fugaku, and Mikoto literally see Sasuke losing, they just keep face palming. They're like, Itachi's mad, Fugaku's like, why the hell did I choose this kid? And Mito was like, dude, really? This is what happens when someone does what Menma and Mito do. Can't believe Kushina made them arrogant little brats. And Naruto, so we're gonna time skip about 4 years. When Naruto's 12, and the teams are getting announced. So the teams are all the same. Okay, so not all the teams are the same. So we're gonna make a little different teams. So all the teams are the same except for Naruto, except it's Naruto, Menma, Mito. By the way, this is all plans. Except this is Naruto, Menma. Not just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's Naruto, Menma, Mito, and there's Naruto, Menma, and Mito on one team, and Inosuke Cho is still the same thing. So everything this thing is different. Every single team is the exact same except there's Naruto, Menma, Mito, and on Sasuke, and then and on the other team it's Sasuke, and on team 7 it's Sasuke, a random girl which I will be picking, a girl named Yuna. Nope. She's not the reincarnation of Yuna. It's just I didn't know what name to pick, so I just named her Yuna. And that is good at Genjutsu, and Sakura, and every single other team say the same. So yeah. And team 7 and team 11, which will be Naruto, Menma, Mito, are like one team of 6. Like they always do everything together because Kushina and Itachi are the team captain of team 11 with Naruto, Menma, and Mito, and Kakashi and Shisui are the team. What the fuck? Are the team captains of team 7, which I'll be putting there's gonna be one team captain in every single one, but those 2 are the only team captains with actually 2 people in it because I feel extra in this video, so I really don't know what to do. So Naruto was annoyed that he literally got these 2 motherfuckers. He just didn't care about them. He just thought they were gonna be useless as fuck on the battle test. And Naruto knows there's gonna be a battle test because I don't know, he's smart as hell. So Itachi and Kushina come there pretty early, but Kushina makes Itachi come there, makes Kakashi come there early, and Shisui comes there early too. And Naruto was like, raises his hand, says, why is there 2 teams here? And Kushina said it's because our teams are like one team in general, so like we're like all together and stuff. And then Naruto was annoyed. Oh my god. Why didn't they just make the team one Jonin? I just wanted Itachi, Naruto says in his mind. And Naruto fake smiles and says, okay. And Kushina sees the smile and she says, that looks like Naruto's smile. And by the way, Kushina and Minato know that Naruto, they think that Naruto's dead, and Kushina and Minato were very, very sad, and they wished they could see their son, but he is dead. And Mema and Mito were also pretty sad. About it, but Menma just didn't give a shit, and Mito cared actually about Naruto. Mito still beat up Naruto. The reason why is because Kushina and Minato told Menma and Mito that Naruto was the demon that destroyed the whole village, so that's why they started beating up Naruto. But Minato and Kushina told the truth. Menma didn't believe it, so he just started hating Naruto. But Mito actually believed it, and she started to wish Naruto was still there. But of course, they all think that Naruto's dead, even though he's literally right in the face of him. So they all say, meet us on the roof. And Naruto just says, okay. And Naruto just disappears in lightning. And before all the Jonin senseis go body flicker, they all see that happen, and they were all shocked. And they just body flicker up and sees Naruto. They're just eating some steak, some French steak and some French fries. And Kushina and Itachi was like, how'd you get there so fast, Luck? And Luck was like, didn't you see that? I turned into lightning. And Kushina still didn't like Luck because he's such a show off. But Naruto was not a show off. He's just trying. But not in the fights that Naruto and Sasuke do. Naruto had a show off because Ruka keeps saying that to show off. So Naruto didn't actually want to show off, but at first Naruto just wanted to show off because Ruka said it. But Naruto stopped listening to Ruka and honestly just didn't do shit and just kept punching him and kicking him and all that stuff. So after a couple minutes, all of them come, and they're all like, how'd you get here so fast, Luck? And Luck's like, I don't know, it's just something I can do. And everyone was pretty mad except for actually, no, everyone was mad. Mito cares about Naruto, but of course, Naruto's wearing a mask, so everyone thinks he's Luck Voldia. And they all say to sit down on the roof, sit down there. And they all sit down on the edge of the roof. And the Jonin senseis sit down all on the edge of the roof. And the Jonin senseis say, all introduce yourselves. And the Jonin senseis say, my name is Kushina Uzumaki. Kushina says, my name is Kushina Uzumaki. I like Minato, Menma, Mito, and someone else, which is classified, and someone else. And my dislikes are nothing. And my dream is to, I don't know what Kushina's dream is. So yeah, I really don't know. And my goal is to, I don't know. And my goal is for my Menma Mito to become the strongest shinobi in the world. Naruto rolls his eyes and like, such a woman. And Naruto literally rolls his eyes and like, such a dumbass behavior. And Kakashi and Kushina did not have the best relationship because Kakashi knew the truth, but Kakashi just didn't have a good relationship with Minato and Kushina, so Kakashi didn't listen to the shit they said. And Kakashi said, my name is Kakashi Hatsuke. My likes, you don't need to fucking know. My dislikes, I don't know. And my goal, you don't need to know. And my dream, yeah, the same thing he says in the original Naruto. And Itachi says, hello, my name is Itachi Uchiha. My likes are really my family, my other stuff, and I don't really know what the fuck Itachi does. But Itachi just is a very wholesome person. And then we move on to Shisui. Shisui basically says the same stuff as Itachi, but a little bit different, which I'm not gonna be getting into. So we're gonna move on to the team. The team. So Sasuke says, and I'm an Uchiha elite, and Sakura just says some useless shit. She wants to be with Menma. Menma and Sasuke. Bullshit. And Mito says she wants to be with Sasuke. And yes, Mito is. And then yada yada yada. So now we're moving on to Naruto. And Itachi says, now you luck Voldia. Now you luck. And Naruto says hello. And Naruto says hello. My name is Luck Voldia. I like my clan. I like nature. I like adapting. I like adapting to nature. I like people who aren't arrogant little shits. I like some people which you don't need to know shit about. My dislikes are ramen. Yes, Naruto dislikes ramen in this show. Because I don't know. He's like the opposite of Kushina and Minato and Mito. They all hate ramen. And Naruto says, I hate ramen. Kushina, Mito, and Menma say, hey! And Naruto says, ramen just tastes shit. Like shit. And my goal and my dream is to be, I don't know. And my goal is to, I don't know too. Actually, no. And my goal, Naruto says, and my dream is to take off this mask, and my goal is to also take off this mask. And they were all so confused. And Kakashi said, can't you just take it off? And Naruto said, no, I cannot take it off. Weren't you listening to? It's super glued to my face. My parents super glued to my face. My parents super glued it to my face, which is all a lie. It's not. It's super good, it's actually super good, but like Naruto confessed to it, and yeah, and he says it's super glued, so people to try not to like break it and some shit like that. And I like people who wear masks because they're cool, and they're like people who like cool in my clan, and yeah, so that's really what all he says. And Kakashi says, wait for the Genin exams. And Sakura and Mito are like, what do you mean? Didn't you already come Genin? And oh my god, Kakashi said, nope, there's another test. That was just the graduation exam, not the actual Genin test. So I'm pretty sure that's what Kakashi said in Naruto. So Kakashi says, don't eat unless you'll puke. And everyone will just didn't eat shit. They didn't eat. They actually listened to Kakashi. And Naruto didn't give a shit. So Naruto goes to the Force of Death, other known as the cave, with his house inside. And by the way, Naruto put like some type of seal inside of it, some type of like something where like it makes like the cave invisible. So like to other people except Naruto, it's like a bland something with like nothing inside of it. Like it's just like a rock wall. It's a rock wall. It's like something like, you know how like a little rock looks like? So in the real world, it's just like it's like something like, it's like flat, like it's like on the top, it's like kind of like bumpy and stuff, but it's flat. So it's like a trap, but it's really not a trap. It's just the cave that Naruto sleeps in, that Naruto has, but like it looks like a small little rock in front of other people's eyes, except for Naruto. So yeah, that's what happens. And Naruto goes to his cave, yada yada yada. He sleeps, he wakes up, he cooks some steak. He grabs some milk. He grabs some orange juice, and he just eats. And and he wakes up, and then he says lightning art, and he just body flickers to the place. He just body flickers to the arena, and he sees no one there, and he starts reading Ichi Ichi Paradise. Sorry, I had to do it. No, I'm just kidding. He's not gonna read Ichi Ichi Paradise. And Naruto reads a book about history because Naruto is so smart, but he still hasn't read every single history book. So right now, Naruto is reading a history book, and the students come in, and the teams come in, and also the joining centers come in, and they all say, Naruto, we're all here. Come on, get your ass off of there and start. And Naruto gets his ass off of there, and yada yada yada. So now we're moving on to the bell test. So everyone, the joining centers say, we all have about 2 bells. So all of us have 2 bells, and Kushina has 1 bell. So everyone has about 2 bells. So every single one of the joining centers have 1 bell because there's 6 teams, and 2 of them are supposed to be expelled, supposed to go back into the academy. So there's about 4 bells, and they all say, why are there only 4 bells except for Naruto? Kushina and Kakashi says it's because two of you guys from the other teams, you 2 teams, 2 of you guys will be going back to the academy, and they were all scared, and they really didn't. And Kushina said, and Kakashi said, start. Everyone hid in trees, but Naruto didn't. And Kakashi said, cocky one, isn't it? And Itachi whispered in Kakashi's ear and said, he's not cocky. He's powerful. And Kakashi's like, he's not that powerful. And Kakashi's like, you're a cocky one, voldia. And Naruto's like, I'm not cocky. I'm not cocky. I'm not cocky, Kakashi. I'm just powerful. And Naruto starts to get some mana skin, which Naruto has infinite mana, which I'm pretty sure I said in the first episode. And yeah, and then he makes his mana pretty big. So, and then Naruto says, sea dragons roar. Oh yeah, I forgot. He says water style, sea dragons roar. Oh yeah, I forgot. Noel, I just watched Black Clover again, and now I know what Noel actually says. It's sea dragons roar, which Naruto will be saying in this series. Water style, sea dragons roar, and they all see a sea dragon, and Naruto activates his lightning, and has a spell book, and says, and put some lightning into the water, so they like get beaten by the sea dragon, and they also get electrocuted, and they all get bits, and they also get electrocuted, and they're all in shock. But Naruto put like a little bit of lightning, so like the effect will only be on for about like 2 minutes, which will be enough time for Naruto to get all 4 bells. So Naruto gets all 4 bells, and yada yada yada. He gives all 4 bells, and yada yada yada. And Naruto waits about 30 seconds for them to all wake up. And Naruto sees all of them wake up, and Naruto says, hello. And everyone was like, where's my bells? And where's our bells? And Naruto points them, and Naruto throws them into the trees and says, catch them, guys. And Naruto says, I guess I'm going back to the academy. And Kushina and Itachi said, no, you all pass. And everyone was excited except for Naruto. And Naruto's like, teh. And Naruto's like, Itachi, I literally knew it. I just knew it. And it was like, what do you mean you knew it? Naruto said, I knew that this was the test all along. And everyone was shocked that he knew that this was the test. So we're gonna move about a few weeks. So I'm gonna move about a few days. They're doing some D-rank missions, and they're going back to the Hokage's office. Naruto and yada yada yada. Naruto. So we're moving on to the Zabuza. We're moving to the Haku and Zabuza arc. We're moving on to the Land of Waves arc, which will be pretty different. So they all do some D-rank missions, and Naruto goes to the Hokage office and says, "Hey Hokage," in calming voice, "Hey Hokage, can you give me a C-rank mission?" And Minato said no. And Mito came and said, "Daddy." Mito came and said, Daddy. Okay, sorry, I said daddy. I mean Dad. Can we please have a C-rank mission?" And Minato happily said yes. Yes, my man Mito. And Naruto was so fucking mad that they get all the treatment, but Naruto doesn't get shit. Which Naruto doesn't really give a shit because they all think he's luck and yada yada yada. No one really gives a shit. So Naruto was like, yes, thanks. And Naruto's like, yes, thanks, Mito. And Mito says, yeah, you're welcome. And Mito says, yeah, you're welcome, luck. And Menma's like, shut up. And Menma's in an arrogant ass voice, shut up, Luck. And Luck was like, you shut up, Menma, you fucking weakling. Shut up, Menma, you fucking weakling. Like, you're weak as fuck. Like, learn how to learn. And Naruto starts to get angry, and lightning starts to appear out from his body, and he says, shut the fuck up, Menma. You're weak as fuck. Just shut up. Shut up, you little cry-ass baby. Like, you keep crying over shit because you're the youngest out of all of these people. You're younger than Mito. Like, we get it. You're such a fucking crybaby. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut up and stop acting for your dad for everything, and stop acting like a cocky-ass bitch. For once in your life, stop acting your dad and mother for everything, and do something all by yourself. And Naruto starts getting angry and just walks away. And Mito in her mind say, And Mito in her mind is like, yeah, Luck is right. He really should do everything by himself. And by the way, Mito is pretty strong. Mito is the actual child of prophecy for Tsunade, but like Menma, on the other hand, he is not the child of prophecy. Not because the old toad said to Jiraiya, bring a guy with yellow, blue eyes and yellow hair, and before he could, the old toad can finish, because the old toad was about to say with dark blue hair, dark blonde hair, and or is it brunette? I don't really know. I'm gonna be calling it blonde. Dark blonde hair and whiskers. And Jiraiya didn't even listen to that and automatically goes to Mito and said that he's a child of prophecy. And really, the toads didn't really want to train Menma, and the toads told Jiraiya that that's not the child of prophecy. And Jiraiya's like, what do you mean that is the child of prophecy? And the old toad says no, it's a guy named Naruto. And Jiraiya was confused. So that's like a flashback or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really do flashbacks. So really, I'm too tired to do the Land of Waves arc, but I think everyone likes the Land of Waves arc. But like, all of you guys want to see Naruto's main jutsus and Naruto's main mana stuff. So I guess I'll do the Land of Waves arc. But like, I really don't want to do the Land of Waves arc, but every single What If I've watched, everyone does the Land of Waves arc, which is not the funnest, but I guess I'll do it because it's like entertaining, and I don't really want to like skip the shit. And next time, we will be doing the Land of Waves arc, so stay tuned. Now, peace. 1, 2, 3